Hello everyone, this is a large fusion project trying to create a twin trunked larch from two larch trees that I picked up on sale at the garden centre. I don't know if you can see they were reduced to £9.99 each. They're Larch Kemp, which I believe is Japanese larch, little bogle. So they were planted in this pot, if you didn't see the original video, and wired together in the hope that they will fuse at the base and grow me a new set of roots. Now I do have, I believe, one root. I've had a little excavation in the bottom of the pot, and I do have one root above the wire at the moment, so they obviously have not fused totally. You can still see a gap at the top here, so I'm going to leave them in place for another year at least. Now at the moment, this is my perceived front, with this tree to the left here being the subordinate trunk. Come on. Sorry, the camera is fighting me, doesn't want to move on the tripod, that's better. So, obviously I want these two trees to continue to grow and fatten up to achieve the fusion at the base. So I'm not going to remove any of these branches from the base of the trunk, except in a few places such as here, for example. If I see if I can zoom in on that, there was a note that I have a lot of shoots all growing from one place, which is not desirable. I'm going to get an unsightly bulge just here, so I'm going to clear some of the trunk line by removing some of these shoots that are obscuring the trunk at the moment. So I'm probably not going to use any of these branches here in the final design, but I do want the trunk to fatten. But as you can see, I'm already beginning to get a bit of a bulge just here, so it's the right thing to do is to remove these before that bulge gets any worse. Take those out that are underneath and remove them just with my thumb. I'm actually going to take away that one and that one. I'm going to leave this one at the back here. I think I may keep that as part of the lowest back branch. So I'm just going to remove the rest of these with my thumb. That bit doesn't want to come off. So that should stop that swelling getting any worse, I hope. Take off that lump. There. Okay, so that's that problem taken care of for the minute. And I'm going to remove those pieces. Again, I do want to keep branches low down as a kind of sacrifice branch, but I don't want a lump So that clears the trunk line. This branch will definitely have to go because it's in line with this back branch, but I'm going to keep it to help fatten the trunks. I'm going to keep that one, and I'm going to keep this one at the back, which again will go at some point. Now moving on to this trunk, I'm going to remove a couple that are obscuring the trunk line. Again, some of these I can just take off with my thumb. I'm going to leave this short one at the back, and I'm going to leave this one at the base here to aid in thickening this part of the trunk. So now, realistically speaking, there's not a huge amount left to be done to this tree at the moment, because until I achieve proper fusion at the bottom, I do want to keep as much foliage on as possible. So I'm basically just going to remove odd bits here and there where I'm going to have a lot of scarring at the front of the trunk if I remove them later, or where I have a lot of branches emanating from one particular spot. This branch I think I would like to keep, and it's a question of, do I keep this one, do I keep this one? Do you know, I'm not sure at this stage, so I will come back. So I realise the camera's not pointing in the right direction. Okay, so I have a choice between this branch as a side branch and this larger branch as a side branch, and I'm really not sure which of those I want to keep at the moment. I'm going to keep them both. This one is probably going to be a sacrifice branch, and the scarring will be at the more to the rear of the tree. Yeah, so I think I'll keep both of those with the idea that this will become probably a first major branch on this side of the tree. This will become a sacrifice branch. I'm going to remove this inner facing branch here. I have a lot of shoots all in one spot just here, so I'll remove a bunch of those. I'm going to take out this one in the middle. And this one. Okay, I want to take out these. I would leave this one. Again, I'm going to leave those in place for now, but I'm going to start removing a few from up here where I have a lot of branches intertwining. Seems a shame to remove a branch with a cone on it, but I'm going to shorten these at the top here a little bit. I don't want the trees getting too leggy, so it's just a question of shortening most of these branches. Definitely yeah, definitely too many branches in one place just here. And some eye pokey branches, and I'm going to shorten the main leader to there, and this will become the new leader. So I'm going to pull back in some of these longer branches. Try and keep the foliage in tight to the trunk. I don't want it getting too leggy. Take off that piece that's growing upward. Oops, apologies. Okay, so I'm removing downward facing branches and upward facing branches and just basically trimming everything else back to a bud, and hopefully, like I say, this is a back branch or a possible sacrifice branch, and yeah, it's going to be a sacrifice branch. I will use this as a back branch. I don't know if you can hear the cogs are whirring, but I'm actually going to cut that one off entirely. I've changed my mind. I don't want a big bulge there. And I already have a little bit of a bulge from this angle. Okay, so that's probably all I'm going to do to this particular tree. He says reaching for the scissors once more. Okay, that is all I'm going to do to that particular tree for now. I'm going to turn my attention to this one. As I say, this I think is the front at the moment. So I need to bring this tree back into line a little bit. So again, I have two branches coming from one spot, and I'm going to leave that one label's in the way a little bit, but I'm going to leave it on to take off anything that's in a particularly congested place. It's better. don't like that branch sticking up, or that one. I do want a new leader for this tree also, so I'm going to take it back to there. And this will be the new leader. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back some of these branches. As I say, I want to keep the foliage in tight to the trunk, but also want the tree to put on quite a lot of growth this season and or next season, to get these trunks to actually fuse. Okay, so I'm just going to crudely wire this leader to a slightly more upright position, and I do mean crudely. If judges give out marks for wiring, that'd probably be in the minus somethings. Minus 12 out of 10, possibly. But I just want to bring that up. So I'm not trying to wire it tightly, neatly. This is purely mechanically bringing the branch up into an angle that I actually want it to be in, and then it can do its own thing. Now, that's better. I'm happy with that. Like that. I'm going to remove this branch. It's too close to the one above. Okay, so that is really it for this tree for now. I'll just pan down so you can see the trunk line. That's going to be left now to grow probably for the rest of the summer. And I will do my very best to resist the urge to snip a piece and snip a piece and snip a piece. So, thanks for watching. We'll probably come back and look at this in its autumn glory. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching.